at Cleveland County, starting the 2021 Bigfoot investigation.
Okay, we're up here on the mountain today out here in Cleveland County, and we're up here searching for signs of a Bigfoot we call Big Red. He's a pretty good sized red-haired giant. We found
looking at all of our supplies here for the Bigfoot trek up the mountain here in Cleveland County. We're going to try to do some lights up there to where we can get some good video. We're going to put out bacon and covered in honey and hang it in a tree, and just all kinds of good stuff. We'll keep you informed. The view looking up the mountain. We're waiting on one other team member, Matthew Stone. We got Dale Bullock, Marcus Miller, and Dale's brother-in-law up there right now. Talk to you later. At Cleveland County, starting out here on the spring 2021 Bigfoot expedition here in Cleveland County. We're on a area that's halfway between Payneburn and Heber Springs. It's a cave system that all runs down through here. Most right above the Little Red River, and I'll keep y'all informed. Cleveland County, starting the 2021 Bigfoot investigation in near Payneburn and between Heber. Fix to start up the mountain. Got a team already up putting electric cords to where we'll be able to kick some lights on and maybe take some good video or film of the southern Bigfoot they know around here is Big Red, or any of them that's up there. Actually, there's a 3 or 4 medium sized one, family group probably, but according to the tracks. Fix to start up the mountain. I'm gonna flip the camera around where y'all can see. Rope we put up to help get up the mountain. Pretty steep when you gotta get something to hold on to. Looking up towards the hill today on Matthew and Marcus up there waiting on it. We are live.
Okay, we're up here on the mountain today out here in Cleveland County, and we're up here searching for signs of a Bigfoot we call Big Red. He's a pretty good sized red-haired giant. We found signs of what seems to be like a nursery type setting where we found many small prints, some big prints, some really odd prints with thumbs that stick out to the side. And we found a lot of prints. We just found one this morning that was probably at least 16 to 17 inches long, which is pretty good size. I think it's still one of the juveniles because the other ones are a little bit bigger than that. We have evidence of a cave with a wall built in front of it, which is really kind of unusual. and a lot of big tracks up here. We're setting up lights, camera action out here tonight. Got some motion detectors. We're running electricity all the way up the mountain so we can set up floodlights. And what you got anything to say, Marcus?
No, we'll come back to you guys once we find more evidence.
Made it up top here where the camera might be a little shaky. I've got it in my backpack as I walk along here, and I'm trying to look around for evidence and see what's going on. We're looking for a place to put up tonight's motion detected lights and see what would be a good area where they'd be moving through to set up our bacon attractant and cameras. Talk to you later. Yeah.
Let it shine directly out here on it.
Yeah, that'd work too. Put it above that one.
Won't need as many zip ties.
Here they are.
Is that a motion light?
Yep. It's a motion light. So if something triggers the bait, it'll be moving up here and we'll know for sure, because we can see that from the bottom of the hill over where Matthew's putting up. Got the bait up there. We're cleaning off an area there. That's what we're going to see for foot traffic. Matthew's got the motion light that'll, if something grabs the bait, we'll be able to see it down there because it'll start shaking that motion light. We got green motion lights over here that's going to be over here by this camera. We got another camera that we're going to put up that way somewhere looking back this way.
I need to get the light bulb.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have one facing that way so that we'll see it come on.
Yeah.
Green.
Yep.
But they don't want to.
They can't see green. They don't like red. They can see red.
Well, I have a red light in my truck.
I know, but we want them to come in. We don't want them to run away. Because our goal is to get footprints and
Window back through and in, you got the wrong bulb. See?
what?
Hey.
Real funny, Marcus. Yeah, this is just a character. Yeah, wrong bulb. Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. Let me just turn on. Get it upside down. That was green. I think we should put the clear one that way.
It's green too. It's just a different form of green.
Well, this one here we're going to put that way.
Yeah.
And this one here we'll put over here.
Sound good? Whatever. More than likely, though, our scent will keep them out of here, but we're hoping that this bacon attractant and honey and everything is more overpowering than our scent for them to stay away, and we'll see if it works or not. I don't know, we'll see.
You want 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever.
Whatever you want. That just trigger. Like I said, as long as that anything shakes the bait, that motion light will come on, and they should done be on by then. Got all kinds of things going on.
If we see the light go, alright, go for a little bit up and in, and then unplug. We know they got a hold of it.
Yeah. Be prepared for anything, and all I can tell you, with bacon hanging in a tree.
Yeah. I should have tapped my trip wired if it gets to that.
Hey, yeah. I said we gotta come back up.
Yeah. Well, we're up here at Dell's, fixing to make a trap full of bacon and apples. We're trying to get them to come in, and with some spotlights and some cameras, try to get something on camera. I don't even know what else to say.
As
You want 5 seconds, 10 seconds,
whatever you want. That just trigger. Like I said, as long as that anything shakes the bait, that motion light will come on, and they should done be on by then. Got all kinds of things going on.
if we see the light go, alright, go for a little bit up in there, then it unplugs. We know they got a hold of it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Be prepared for anything, and all I can tell you, with bacon hanging in a tree.
Yeah. I should have tapped my trip wired if it gets to that.
Yeah.
It's in the truck.
Softening the ground where we can see some good tracks. Right by the apple. There's honey on the tree with bacon in it.
We'll get some good impressions on that.
Uh-huh.
Well, that thing ain't going nowhere now.
Why that? Interesting deal.
5 minutes fast. It's 2 o'clock. 2 something. They're not cooperating with you? No, it's not going for you.
You fixing up something so it fall and land on the foot.
Make them cry.
Like, roo, roo.
If they try to lean up or come too close, it'll
Knock it down.
knock it down and kind of.
I know there's something been there. Hey, you read that article or see it where the expedition Bigfoot people has actually got primate DNA from their lasting deal? Yeah, and it was analyzed and everything. And it's unknown primate.
Okay.
What the hair sample come back as.
Huh.
So, and that was here in America. So, supposedly, I mean, they took documentation where they got it from and everything. So I don't know what kind of primate it was, but huh? Am I what?
Italy.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you didn't.
The Arkansas boys, I want to thank these special groups here that helped us along and helped sponsor this Bigfoot investigation. Normally we do a night investigation to where we go out and try to find evidence and vocals and just see what we can run up on and try to be prepared for anything that happens. But in this location, the mountain was so steep that we was just relying on our trail cam. So for the night investigation, we went on a live podcast, and here's some of that podcast.
We are live. Howdy, everybody. This is Praying and Squatching. God bless everybody. I'm here tonight.
Howdy.
Hello.
The Burrows and the Arkansas boys. I'm going to let them introduce themselves around the campfire there. They are live at their investigation site in Arkansas. So I'll let them take it from there.
All right, howdy everybody. I'm Wendell, and this is Dale, Marcus, and Matthew's over here in the white blocking the light here so that you can actually see us. We're here live at in between Heber Springs and Pangburn, in Cleburne County. We've been out here doing our Bigfoot investigation all day today, and setting up different stuff to where hopefully we can get some good pictures and impressions or tracks casted tomorrow in the area that we made. We took and softened the dirt real soft in like a 20 by 20 area to where it'll make good tracks, and above it we hung bacon that's got apples cut up in it, and it's covered with honey, and hung it up in a tree to where everything can smell it. It's probably, how tall do you think that is, Matthew?
About 11, 12 feet.
11 or 12 feet up, and we got motion lights all the way around it, so when anything gets in there, the motion lights will come on. They're fitted with green light bulbs to where it's all green light, and hoping that that won't run them off. We've had a lot of eye shine when we get cameras up in the area, and that's all we'd get, maybe just an outline of something. And we think it's because they're seeing the infrared light, but hoping that this bacon and other things that we have placed out will be more of an attraction, that they'll come on in even though they see the infrared light. So that's where we're at right now. I mean, and
It's attracting me.
yeah, all the guys were saying,
I
yeah,
wanna eat that bacon.
they want to eat the bacon. They can smell it.
That's
So
what I was
it's
just
working
sitting there
that way
thinking.
anyway.
I've never heard of anybody using bacon before, but everybody loves bacon. I would think Bigfoot loves bacon too.
Yeah, we would think so.
I'll tell you what, if he don't like bacon, there
Um,
goes any chance of him being human. What's that?
Right, yeah. We do one of these investigations in the spring and in the fall, or try to. This last year, everything was kind of messed up with the COVID virus and everything, so we didn't get to. We were scheduled to go down to the Ouachita National Forest, and that all fell through. But this fall that's coming up, we're going to try to go back up to Ozark, up in the Ozark National Forest, where we've had some good activity. And we actually got a thermal image of something that was big and human shaped as it went down a bluff line that well, it makes this bluff line look easy compared to where this thing went down. And I just don't see no human that could even go down that at night without a light, and this did. So we want to go back up there. Long story short, we want to go back up there and get in the same positions and measure on the tree height to see how tall this creature was that went down this bluff line. Because we can look at it from, if I stand in the same place where we took the thermal images and somebody goes over there, we can compare it to how high this creature was and figure it out. That'll be interesting. We want to get back up there and do that.
It's always good if you can do a comparison. If you got something to measure it by, or like a tree or fence post or whatever. We got our first comment there. RK Davis 55 said, glad to see everyone made it down. Can you all see when I put the comments on the screen?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay.
Yeah, we all made it down.
Richard, wasn't it?
Luckily, like I said, this time we were smart enough, because the last time I went up there and fell and broke a rib,
Yeah.
is we put that rope up as we went up, and that helped a bunch, because we had to make several trips up and down. So that helped a bunch to be able to hold on to something to slow your descent and to give you something to pull up on. It helps to have some of these younger boys up here that you can say, go get it.
Like a construction crew, go for this, go for that.
Yeah, the Lord blessed us. That's all I can say.
Well, the Lord says use wisdom and knowledge in all things. And like you said, trying to traverse that kind of territory in the night would be the exact opposite. And the wind ain't going to pick them up.
It takes some intelligence, like that's for sure.
Yeah.
Like I shine.
Well, I've got my next couple shows. I got got eye shine.
Yeah, I got the guys that's telling me this.
There's something up.
We got company, man.
That light from right here vanished, then it came back.
Something blocking that light every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, we got movement up on the mountain. going in between our the little lights that we got, motion lights, that's the solar lights, but it ain't kicked the big.
I think it's whatever it is right up on the bluff up there watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here, I can't see it. Let's move over one step and see it.
It may get interesting here after a while.
It could. You completely made me lose my train of thought when you holler we got eyeshine. Whatever I was going to say couldn't have been too important.
What?
Oh, we was talking about next level intelligence and all that. The next couple of shows, whenever I get a chance to get everybody together to do them, I got
Yeah.
a researcher that wants to come on. He's got 2 instances. I told him this is game changing. The level of intelligence it demonstrates. I have to let you know when I get them on.
Right.
Y'all still getting the eye shine?
Yeah. Just
Yeah, I just saw it big time. Down below the bluff. Looked like that far below the light.
yeah.
It was right down below it.
Well, remember that's where you was standing at when you hooked the other cord up.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe the big lights ain't come on.
I know it.
Something.
It is something's not up there high enough to trip it.
Also, he could just be sitting there on the bluff.
Yeah, he maybe ain't made it up to the top.
He's sitting there watching.
Man. Give me chill bumps.
All right, let's wait till you have what happened to me, though.
All right, I'm gonna bring Clint on and introduce him here. This is our security guy that when we try to do something that is stupid, he kind of tells us you might not need to do that, or we might need to do it this way, or kind of keeps us safe. I don't know. I can't see you.
Can't see me, huh?
It's your light on.
My light's on. Okay.
There we go. This is Clint Holloway from the Reporting Bigfoot group.
How you doing?
Hello. Howdy. Thank you for coming on. God bless you.
Like I was saying, this fall we're going to do our.
Yeah, thank you very much. We got a report about Area 2. You should tell them about the report.
Yeah, go ahead.
They had a 2,500-pound bull ripped apart recently around Area 2.
Right after the big snowstorm up here.
And there's supposed to be all kinds of game wardens up in there and some black SUVs supposed to come up from Texas. That's what I've been told.
Mm-hmm. And it's the same area that we had our, like I said, that image. No.
Now, at one time, Wendell and Stephen James, they got on thermal, an image moving down through the creek around Area 2. And another member got hit with ultrasound and he got nauseated, didn't he?
Nauseated, sick.
Yeah.
Just shakes.
So in Area 2, when you go in, you think it's just flat ground on the side of a mountain. You get about a mile back up in there, and you get about a 34-foot drop all the way along sides of the cliffs going through there. And did you tell him about the Marcus doing that whoop and then the answering call?
No, I didn't get that. Hadn't told him about that. Yeah.
Well, go ahead and tell him about it. You tell the story better than me.
Marcus.
That's a gentleman right here.
While we was up there at that time, I think it was our actual second time we'd been up there, is we chopping firewood and everything, and Marcus ended up his the last one chopping it because the rest of us was dragging it up and it was getting dusty dark, and part of our team had to take somebody out whose leg was hurting. So there was only 4 of us there, right? Me, you, Greg, and Marcus.
Just 4. No, he wasn't.
No, Matthew wasn't there
Just
at that
4.
time. And anyway, I was sitting on the tailgate. I had my gun laying inside the bed there, and I just had it there for security, just in case something happened. And we was sitting there, and we was all talking about, well, let's make some Bigfoot whoops, and we all discussed who would be best. And Marcus had actually got a reply that I'd heard from one up at Mountain View, off of the side of his farm, and I'm like, man, hey, you sounded pretty good. So anyway, I finally got him to go ahead and make a whoop, even though he didn't want to. And instantly, when he made that whoop, he got a reply from some edge of the bluff line, which was probably 50, 75 yards at the most.
No, about 50 feet, and then the woods, and then it dropped off about 15 feet cliff.
Whatever it was in the 2 trees that was there, and then jumped off that cliff. And as that time, I whirled around, got my gun, and I was under the edge of the truck bed that had let down, and I was kind of like, what in the world? And his buddy Greg that was there didn't believe in Bigfoot at that time, but touched me on my shoulder, and I just about knocked him out with my elbow, because I went like that. And he was shaking. He said, what was that? And I said, that's that Bigfoot you don't believe in. That's been the craziest night I've ever been out on a night investigation.
We was just all sitting around camp enjoying ourselves. I mean, we didn't think Bigfoot was that close.
No, because we done had a bad all day long. Nothing went right, and we was like, there ain't nothing around or nothing.
My rifle was in its case under my back seat of my truck. My pistol was on the dash. I was just sitting there on the tailgate, and I tell you what, the hair stood up on the back of my neck.
Mm-hmm.
And Wendell told me the hair stood up on his neck too.
Yep.
It's just, me and Marcus, we stayed guard till 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we couldn't go to sleep. And that morning, after that, was that the morning that they called back and forth around our camp?
Yeah, they kept coming in and out from our camp.
I mean, you went to sleep.
Yeah.
About 6 in the morning when they woke up.
Yeah, when they woke up, we went to sleep. Yeah. So it's a hot spot down around Turner's Bend.
I don't know if he knows where that's at or not, but
where's he out of?
Tennessee.
It's Turner's Bend, Arkansas. It's a campground. Mulberry River goes through there, but it's a hot spot for Bigfoot. About 20 or 30 miles as the crow flies is Devil's Den, and they had an old boy from Oklahoma disappear for over a year before they found his skeleton. About 100 yards from where he's supposed to disappear, they had people down there searching. You might have heard about that old boy from Oklahoma that disappeared down around Devil's Den about 3 years ago.
I've got a couple 411 books laying over here beside me. I could look and see if he's in them. I know David Pilates talks about places with devil in the name and all that. People go missing. I don't know if that particular case is in there, but.
And there's a few more stories that people has gone disappeared down around Turner's Bend, the areas down in there. They found an old boy's ATV wrapped around a tree. They still ain't found him.
Nope. They found his boots, though.
They found his boots?
Yep.
I didn't hear that.
About a mile away from the ATV. But that's where we're going to have our fall investigation at.
Well, be careful.
No, I don't have a picture of it on my phone.
Got it. When we yeah.
See if you can show that to him.
No.
Here, let me see it.
All I'm seeing is a glowing
I'll have to
screen.
send it to him. Yeah.
Yeah, wait a minute. Can you see it?
Now you can see it.
Just
it down
barely,
just a
yeah.
little bit. That's a handprint that was on my van window. I'll send you the. He's gone now, but I'll send it to you. That where you can actually see it. When we was at Sillamore, we all camped in the area, and one of them actually come into the our camp and started to drag Dale off in the tent, and I was sleeping right below that handprint it had put on the window. I don't know what if it's just a coincidence or what, but anyway, it actually put that handprint, and everybody's looked at it, and you can tell it ain't no bear.
I was parked probably as close to the ridge coming up. I think it went past my truck, and it left my truck and went to Wendell's van, and then it went over to Dell's. Well, something woke me up. I'm thinking, boy, it's cold in here. I'm going to start my truck up. And I started my truck up, and it saw the lights, and that's when it left Dell alone because it kind of knocked us out of Dell's tent that night. So we had an interesting night. Did you all find some footprints down by the spring?
Yep. We found 3 different sizes of print, and that's the same ones that ended up at night and was after Austin. Because we thought they'd be over there where the footprints was, but they ended up being across the creek from us, and they just accidentally lucked onto them and got bit off more than they could chew.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
I was going to ask
you
you talk about
do your podcasting.
I was going to ask something real quick if you don't mind. I want to ask a question real quick if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
The part you was talking about there where he was trying to drag Dale, you said, off in his tent or his sleeping bag. I've heard a lot of reports that they'll bump somebody's tent or something. And either there'll be more than one person in the tent and one person hears it, sees it, the other person sleeps right through it, or the person just rolls over and goes back to sleep. Now, personally, if that happened to me, something grabbed the tent and shook it, I am not going back to sleep. I wonder, do y'all think that could be an effective
I don't think Dale did. Hey, Dale, come here.
infrasound or...
Let Dale tell you about it. He's coming.
Yeah, let Dale tell you what he went through that night.
Oh, by the way, we was all teasing him that Bigfoot would get him that night.
Before that.
Where am I at?
There you are.
What are we talking about?
What? Fill him
Hey,
in
tell me about
from
the
time we got to.
Oh, yeah. No, we got up there. It's funny. Wendell and I got there first, and then Wendell had to leave. And we just got the campfire going. And you never know how quiet it gets until it gets quiet. You know, it's just every sound in the forest stopped. And I'm like, this is the spookiest thing I've ever seen, you know. I just felt like something was watching. My tent up, and they think, you going to sleep in a tent? And I'm like, yeah, why? And they're like, nobody sleeps in a tent around here, you know. And I was like, well, yeah, I'll sleep in a tent. Got my dog with me and everything. So I had my tent set up. It was probably, about 40 yards away from the
main group, yeah.
Yeah, main group. And we got in there, and it was like, you know, I heard coyotes and all kinds of stuff. I heard coyotes right outside the tent, you know, and I would sleep fine, and dogs all curled up with me there in the tent. And it was like, what woke me up was I heard crunch, crunch, crunch in the leaves right outside my tent. And I'm like, whoa. I kind of woke up. I think maybe I was kind of imagining that or something, you know. I listened and listened kind of. I was like, yeah, I was just dreaming that. I laid back down, bam, right up the side of the head. I thought, golly. And it hurt. something popped me good, and still something was touching the side of the tent. And about that time, I heard this real low guttural growl coming from the other side of the tent. Dog gets up, jumps over me, growling at the door of the tent. And boy, I mean, and then I guess when the dog started growling, it just stopped. Boy, we sat there for a long time. I'm like, boy, what's going on here? I said, it's got to be Marcus messing with me.
I was passed out.
And I unzipped the tent real careful, and I opened it up. I looked out there, and man, there wasn't a soul moving out there. Everybody was snoring, lights out. And I'm like, man, I got to get to my car. We waited for a while. I unzipped it real careful, and boy, we made a run for the car. Got in, slammed doors, and locked the things. And wasn't no sleeping. We stayed there waiting for daylight, waiting for everybody else to wake up or whatever, you know. And our old Clint heard his truck start up over there. I was like, hell, he's awake anyway, you know.
Yeah.
But it seemed like daylight was never going to get there. As soon as I could see just a hint of daylight, boy, we made a run for the fire pit. It was scary.
That's why I was telling them I heard these reports. People say they rolled over and went back to sleep. Something like that. I don't know if I'd ever sleep again.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I don't think I'll ever sleep in a tent again. Never. I don't care if it's in my front yard. I'm not going to sleep in a tent again. It's not happening.
What are you going out in the back of your truck?
Well, it's in the back of my truck. But
It makes me wonder, some of these people, you know, that do report, well, I just rolled over and went back to sleep. Or the guy that was sleeping right next to him in the tent didn't hear nothing. I said, I wonder if that ain't an effect where they're getting zapped with infrasound. Or one of them wakes up and one of them doesn't, or they just roll over and go back to sleep. Because like I said, you would think the last thing you want to do is go back to sleep.
There's only two people I know that got hit with it. My former lead researcher, Neil Hogue, which left the group, he actually found Area 2. I give all credit to him. But he got hit by it, and Marcus has been hit by it. That's the only two people I know. And they both pretty much said the same thing about the effects of it. You can tell them the effects of it.
No, I don't know if I want to.
Okay.
Pretty bad. That's all.
It's pretty bad.
Is you'll get dizzy. You'll feel like you're going to puke, and it's like it's trying to pull you to it. And
I sent you that picture of that handprint on my window on a couple on Messenger, and then on a.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to you guys. Enjoy the conversation.
Yeah, I was going to see if I could pull it. I don't know. I'm not the most tech-savvy guy in the world. I was going to see if I could share it here. And,
well, I was trying to get it on the comments here, but it ain't letting me put it on the comments, so I don't know. But anyway, that's the handprint. It's amazing that I was asleep right underneath that handprint. The only thing between me and it was a glass.
Yeah, it don't look like it's going to let me.
But I had Thelma right there. No, I had Thelma right there asleep with me. That's my shotgun. So.
Hang on just a second.
But
come here. Stand right here with my hands up. No, I see it. Yeah, but then you walk this way. You don't see none of it.
That ain't it. Try to see if I can put this up here where anybody else can see it. The undergrowth, the canopy, and everything's so thick you can't see more than 40 or 50 foot in front of you, if you're lucky.
by your trailer. Yeah.
What's that?
Somebody walked up. They're going right. They went right in between your trailer and that window right there.
Really?
Yeah. Watch the video. They walked out from.
I thought I saw something moving back there earlier, but I thought it was just one of you guys moving
Yeah.
around. Because I saw something white.
I mean,
Right?
I don't know
Well, I
where
don't
that's
know.
coming from.
Right about where
Yeah.
that shadow's at now, right around that window.
Where
I
that
saw
light's
something
going
white.
in there.
But like I said, I just thought it was one of you fellas.
Huh? See? I hope not. I don't think so.
No, it wasn't.
Not
Not
supposed to be
all of
anybody.
us. They're all out here. And I was looking at the camera and looking at you, and somebody walked out.
Be careful.
Something dark looking anyway.
Like I said, I saw something was light colored, almost white. I thought it was a T-shirt or something. I didn't say anything because
Have us a spirit around.
I figured if I
here
could
or
see it, surely you all could hear it.
I don't know what it was, but I definitely.
Whatever it was, them two's gonna shoot it.
Yeah. That's crazy though. It just walked right out there and looked this way and went back.
Yeah. That's weird.
Well, like I said,
Nah, I know
before
it
you
don't
all
stay
even
in there
noticed it,
tonight.
whatever I saw 2 or 3 times. The light colored, white looking object I thought was a T-shirt or something.
Huh.
And I just thought it was one of your guys wandering around back there.
Yeah.
I never mentioned it.
Mm-mm.
And like I said, I figured if I could see it, surely you all could hear it. So, well, that's interesting.
No, I just happened to look up and then walked out and looked this way and went back.
Mhm. Well, it's funny
There
how
you
we
go.
Bigfoot all the y'all got me looking over my shoulder now.
It's about Clint's height, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Here's one thing I can tell you.
Well, that's another reason I didn't pay no attention to it. It didn't look that big.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but sure there. They give me the willies.
Well, like I said, y'all got me looking over my shoulders now.
I told you it's gonna be a crazy night.
Oh yeah. Well, I was getting ready to say, I'm sure you all know as well as I do. When you start researching Bigfoot, the other weird stuff starts happening, like that right there. That may be perfectly explainable. It might be somebody. You know what I mean. You start noticing other weird stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why, like I said, I just can't commit. I used to think it was just an ape or a monkey. Anymore, I'm not so sure.
Well, that's where me and Clint differ, but I trust him, and I actually think there's 2 different things out there that's being the Bigfoot, like we've discussed it. I do believe that the North American ape is out there, but I also believe that there's because the descriptions of them facial is totally different so much. I don't think that they may be the same size and kind of look the same, but they're not the same, because one looks more human looking and the one looks more ape looking. So that's a hard to define them as the same being to me, but that's only me. Back to we discussed that everybody's got their own opinion. There's no experts, but from the sightings, they look totally different, because one person said, well, no, that ain't what I saw. It looks more like this. And then the other person says, no, it looks more human. So they're either the same thing that's looking totally different.
Depending on the researchers and the groups you listen to, there's maybe up to 6 or 7 different types. And I've always wondered about the dog man, if that ain't just a misidentified Sasquatch. One's got a little bit more canine looking head on it or something. But the witnesses that see him swear up and down, no, this wasn't a Sasquatch. This was a dog man, looked more like a werewolf. So, like you said, I wasn't there. I can't
Yep.
tell somebody else what they saw.
That's me. I can't say it. Luckily, so far, I've only had 2 people actually, and that was through BC Davis that told me about their sighting of a dog man. Like I said, I ain't been into that much, so.
Yeah. I don't want to be into it. What I was interested in doing in a future show, if y'all can find anybody, I've got plenty of Bigfoot witnesses. Well, I ain't gonna say plenty, but I've got enough. What I want to do is get a Bigfoot witness and a dogman witness side by side on the show, and do like a comparison. What
Right.
Bigfoot and the dogman have in common, what was different, what they do different. Kind of, like I said, some kind of comparison.
Similarities and differences. And,
side by side.
Right.
The cord goes up the mountain.
Yeah.
That's where you saw that shadow.
Yeah.
Could have come down the mountain, followed the cord, and checked
Follow
it
the
out.
cord, yeah.
Yeah. Possibility.
Possibility.
Ooh.
You think it followed your cord?
And one thing is, when the
Yeah, we got power run up there to for them big lights that's on, or that would kick on. And we think it, whatever that was that come around that building there was what was following that cord down.
whatever it was,
Makes sense.
moving fast.
And luckily, Matthew's idea was beforehand was to tie all the cords to where they're all securely knotted together, not just plugged into each other. So
you can't knock your
I don't
lights
think
out.
they would unplug it without just ripping everything down. Yeah, just by tripping over it. But
that don't mean that they already could have been up there and knocked that light off.
we'll know in the morning. Our big lights haven't never come on, and they're run off that cord. So if it followed that cord down, it may have pulled them all down. We'll know in the morning.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get back up. I don't know. I made it. Well, we're trying to make our way over to where the cameras is at and motion lights and see what we find. And the main lights never did kick on, but we're gonna make our way over there and see what we can find. I'll stay tuned.
You actually got something good.
Well, crap. Say that again, Matthew.
Well, we finally made it up here to check the game cameras in the area that we had set up for investigation last night. And right now I'm going through the SD card from when we moved the game cameras on the other side of the cliff. And so far we've had deer, squirrel, groundhogs, things like that on the game camera. But
yeah,
I'm still checking it as we speak.
So I screwed your investigation, but I didn't think of that till just now. Those footprints are mine.
We'll rebrush them out. Like I said, we didn't get nothing. It might have been because that one little light didn't kick all the way off, but Dale's going to leave his camera up here and we'll leave the investigation area with the bacon hanging. And
Is bacon in there?
yeah.
And what really surprises me is some old does walked by and left that apple laying.
Yeah, they didn't even mess with it.
That's just unusual.
So where's the camera? Oh, there's one. Yeah.
One right there under the lights.
I'm gonna have to send Marcus up or Matthew up one of these trees and have a camera tilting down. That
Yeah,
way
that's
they
what
won't be
that
able to
deal.
smell it.
That's what that deal was for. But yeah, that's what we talked about. Either have a ladder or bring our climbing gear, and the next time.
That's what I designed it for, to put that camera on. And
Yeah.
it's tilted when you hook it to the tree. It's tilted slightly up, so it's kind of taking a picture kind of out and away from the tree, but more or less straight down.
Oh, look at that rock over there. Ain't that cool?
Yeah, it's Sugarloaf, ain't it?
Yeah, that's Sugarloaf. You can climb up that and get up on top. You can see everything from there.
I can see it from over here. So
I say it's a pyramid.
the pyramid.
The top of the pyramid.
I think it'd be a good place to put a restaurant.
Yeah, it'd be a good place to put a restaurant. Either that or a volcano, and that's the rest of it solid in the center, and the rest of it was dirt, and it's just weathering away.
Is that like a landmark down here or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a good restaurant.
ASU BB Sugarloaf is right down below it.
Uh-huh.
Or ASU Heber, I mean. Yeah, so.
Picture of the tracks Clint found here. They're over 7 foot apart.
You going here? All right.
Okay. We'll come up here and check this cave out. It has a rock, kind of like a doorway in it. We found where something has stepped from here, bottom of window's walking stick, the bike cane, the little tag thing right here. You can see where they meet to the top of my cane here. That's one stride. And what we're going to do when we get back, we're going to get a tape measure, lay them down, and measure the stride from that track to this track here.
Amazing thing, look on down. There's another one straight down.
Yeah.
About the same distance.
And we found this for the weirdest reason in the world. I was looking for a place to stand to pee. And that's how I found it. Because we're kind of like straight up this mountainside, and if you got a tree backing you, you might slide down in the mud and go all the way to the bottom, and I don't want to do that.
And you know, it's amazing. Remember when we got the eye shine last night? That would have been a perfect point spot where we was looking at down there.
Well, wait a minute. Turn the camera face straight down here.
All right.
Because that's Dale's house here.
Yeah.
And that shadow that you cut on when you was doing that podcast.
Yeah. It's straight.
It's almost straight down to the corner of
to
that
the corner.
building.
Yeah.
It could have came here and circled around and went back
right
there.
down there.
And we was talking.
We got a trackway down here. It kind of goes right down to your house.
Oh, you know that window you said in your living room you said it was peeking in? That's perfect, lined up from where I'm standing. I
just had to get it going.
You just messed up the track.
No,
the track was here and there. Yeah. You got close to it though.
Last night we had something that come by the house trailer or movement down there, and we got a trackway here above the mountain. We was trying to figure out if it was going down to that way or if it was coming up this way. But Dale also found some tracks up here by the bluff line right along the edge there. That's 17-inch track, and these are roughly 17-inch tracks. So I'm thinking it come right up this way and went up where he's at. But we're doing more investigation and let you know. Yeah. How long? Yeah, how long was it? About 14 inches long.
Now, you want to see how deep it goes? Not that far? No. Too fast to get in there. Too fast to get in there. I think that's pretty good. Good? Good place to shelter for sure. Marcus, you're the skinny one. We need you down here. Can't see it all the way back.
Show them that hole. That's pretty neat. Don't, Marcus, it'll collapse on you.
Boy, you're crazy. It might not take nothing to let that thing go. Besides, that's kind of a cool landmark.
Yeah. Oh wow, that goes way up in there.
Yeah, it goes back in there to the right. I can't see how far.
That one, the first one.
My deal, what's the purpose of that? I mean, naturally, it just fell out. It wouldn't. There's something been in there
Hey.
hollowing it out.
Hey, Wendell, look. Rocks has been banged out out here.
Yeah.
There. So what they're doing is, figure, come in here, putting the rocks down there. And look, disturbance right here like rocks have been falling.
Yep.
Whoa!
Another,
Adios.
another cave over here going out this way. Big old hole inside here. Well, here, take the camera with you if you're gonna. He's gone. Here, take the camera with you. Walk through there. Now, what would do that?
That's pretty cool.
That is a playground if I ever seen one. Hey, look, they can walk right back here and get back in there and go around. Here, do that and take the go around with the camera. It's on. Or was on.
It still is. Hey, Wendell. So I don't scuff it up. Hey, all that. And boom. Except. No. You want your knees scarred up, and you can go through this. Then you come out, I'll show you the hole. There's the hole.
Run around that way.
And see, I came right back.
They can hide there. That's a hideout.
Yeah, that's a hideout.
We're going to be working our way around to 2 series of caves. Got a little rock wall built in front of it that we found a bunch of juvenile footprint tracks and a couple of butt prints, impressions. And then on the way around we found a cave that looks like it's got a rock pushed in from the inside of the cave, or it's a natural formation, but we're going to check it out and see and let you decide. We found all kinds of juvenile tracks there too, along with some tracks that's around 17 inches. So check it out. We'll be right back at you.
Okay. We got a track in here.
One there, it's like they just sit.
This one's fresh.
Whatever's up in here, pull everybody gets through.
I'll see if I can get just a normal picture of it. We're here at the cave mouth where we found tracks before. We'll go down, see if this is movable or not.
Yeah, right.
Got a hole dug right here.
Yeah.
Could have been done by anything though. Mountain crack. As far as I can tell, it's made to the mountain. It's not a boulder that's been placed. Just odd that it's made this way, or some did it this way. I don't know. It could be placed because the rocks here are going up and down, and this is all cross. If it is, it's huge. That's all I know. It's totally different right over there. And it's totally different over here. It comes all the way around. I'll start over here, videotape it, and y'all look at this, see what y'all think. It comes around, comes all the way around, and back over to here. Anyway, that's it. You on? Yep.
Let me back up a little bit more. I'm gonna try to. Okay, I got it.
All right. This is the area here by the cave that's got the rock that's on the inside that we think maybe it was pushed from the inside. But whatever it is, the kind of rock it is, it's different than what the mountain's made out of, but it's huge. We ain't been able to move it, so. But out here we found several juvenile tracks by this tree where they'd been playing around. And we noticed that this tree has been pushed over and around another tree. And it's just like a jungle gym, climbing and everything here. So that would make sense why juveniles would be around here. So we're just getting a video of it and letting y'all see it. And if we find anything else, we'll let you know. We got one of our younger members here thinks he's gonna climb out there.
Well, he's gonna be on video now. It's farther than I would have got.
Yeah.
I want to get a little thing of the cliffs here. Dale kind of went up on that part right there. I don't know where Matthew went.
He went down to the far bluff line on the far side.
That's Marcus I'm videotaping. This is our team leader, Wendell Burrows. I'm kind of an auxiliary member. I'm just taking the video. I just help him out occasionally. Here you go, buddy.
All right, thank you. Got Dale coming.
New broods coming in, guys.
We do.
Little ones.
There's a track right up there where all those vines are. It's like facing towards the bluff. Ain't as long as my knife.
Huh.
Look like a barefoot 10-year-old
Yeah.
or younger. I mean, kid.